Italy the best.
And gratitude to commemorate 33rd birthday observance of the great civil rights leader, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man whose life, words, and sacrifices continue to speak prayerfully across generations, cultures, and nations. The theme for today's observance is, "The time is right to do what is right." The time is right to do what is right. These very words spoken by Dr. King himself remind us that righteousness should never be delayed. Justice should not wait for convenience, comfort, or popular opinion. When something is right, the time to act is now. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stood firm for justice, equality, peace, and love in a time when doing so was dangerous and very unpopular. Yet, he chose courage over fear and truth over silence. He believed that every human being, regardless of race, color, or background, deserved dignity and respect. As a school, this message is deeply relevant to us. Doing what is right begins in our daily actions, in honesty, kindness, discipline, and respect for authority, and love for one another. It means standing against bullying, discrimination, and injustice. It means choosing integrity even when no one is watching. To our very dear students, you may think you are too young to make a difference, but Dr. King reminds us that greatness is not determined by age, but by character. Each time you choose peace over violence, truth over lies, and love over hatred, you are living out a legacy of Dr. King. To our teachers and staff, you shape minds and mold futures. Let us continue to be role models who not teach only with words, but with our actions, showing our students that doing what is right is always worth it. As we reflect on the life of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, let us ask ourselves, what is the right thing to do in my school, my home, my community, and my nation? And having identified it, let us not delay. In the words of Dr. King, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? May this commemoration inspire us to be people of courage, compassion, and conscience. Let us rise today with renewed commitment, knowing that the time is right always to do what is right. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for them. Like I said, this is a symbol of freedom, a proclamation of the fact that justice must always reign.
Another salute to the chairman, to our deputy chairman, and to all the distinguished guests on the high table, and to all our esteemed parents. Thank you, beautiful and amazing children.
You can as well wave at them.
Thank you. We have next the proper walk pupils in a beautiful attire, waving with excitement. Thank you. And next after them we have the primary two. Primary two in their peculiar attires. Thank you so much. Next we have the primary three pupils, all elegantly dressed, beautifully dressed. Thank you, children.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for them as they wave at you.
As the primary four and the primary five, all distinguishedly dressed. Every class is represented in the carnival clothes. Thank you.
And then we have the SS1 students coming thereafter. SS1 students, which is graciously followed by SS2 students.
I can see the culture represented. I can see the eagle. I can see the tribes represented.
They are all ably represented.
Beautiful sights.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for them.
I can see the yellow, red, green.
All the houses are ably represented.
The accuracy is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh, well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for them.
Thank you so much. Oh, you're beautiful. So
Please let it go, ladies and gentlemen.
When I was invited to deliver this lecture, I asked the organizers if I could be given freedom to speak my mind on the issue. I was expressly told I could do so. I thank the organizers for the freedom. I want to exercise that freedom offered me now. I can tell you that if they had told me otherwise, I will not be here today. I come from a community, the academic community, that cherishes freedom, and I must address you with academic and lexical freedom. I pray you enjoy my academic delicacy. If you do not, I offer no apologies. It is my style. I must also appreciate a father that I respect for several reasons. That is the Esama of Benin Kingdom. I cannot tell you all the reasons why I respect him in this simple lecture, but I can tell you one major reason. Because he has created jobs for thousands of persons with his investments, and the Benin Education Center is one of such. Let me also use the opportunity to challenge other rich men in Benin Kingdom to do so. Because the more of this we have, the more poverty will be driven out of our society. Lady Cherry Benedion also deserves special thanks. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. May God bless you for your good works. Ladies and gentlemen, let us remember today Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the apostle of conflict resolution through non-violence. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Let me go straight to the lecture. The topic is the time is always right to do what is right. I consider this topic very important if our society must make significant progress in all areas. Let me say unequivocally that the current generation of youths are disappointing us when it comes to doing what is right. If anything else, we are making progress on the reverse. I wonder where this country is going to. I only pray for these generations and generations to come. Our approach to this lecture will be very simple. First, we shall define what is right and also give examples of what we must do. Then, we should also offer practical suggestions on the way to the promised land. According to Frank Awano Practical Dictionary, right is something done in accordance or conformable to moral law. Rightness, equitable, just, correct, true, accurate, and not mistaken. Ladies and gentlemen, and by extension our children here, the lecture affords me the opportunity to discuss with the leaders of tomorrow. The lecture is about you, how you can build your today to be great tomorrow. Your tomorrow starts today. Nations are not built overnight. You cannot succeed overnight. You must plan to succeed. If you fail to plan, then you have planned to fail. Success is about attitude, dedication, and focus. The Bible did not even say you can succeed only by miracle. It says God will bless the works of your hand. I am a practical scholar and a philosopher of reality. Even if you believe in miracles, you must work on your attitude. You cannot reap where you did not sow. I do not know your ambition as children today. However, I do know that you must work towards the realization of that ambition, and that must start today. You cannot intend to be a medical doctor and you are not working hard on science subjects. You cannot intend to be a lawyer without working hard on the relevant subjects. It is quicker, I must repeat, our children, you must listen to this. It is quicker to jump from a story building than using the staircase. But we must know that jumping has hazards. You either die or at best break some parts of your body. I must say that from the information I have gathered about Igbenedion Education Center, the school is known for training children to abide by the high moral values that society requires of them. And I only advise that the institution should continue in this direction. I must also advise our children to take their studies serious. Let me make it clear that if you are serious with your studies, it is in your own interest. I repeat, if you are serious with your studies, it is in your own interest. My father told me this many years ago. I did not know until he died in 1997. Today I'm a professor and the benefit is for me and my family. My mother also died in 2003. My parents are not here to benefit from my intellectual successes. Your parents will not be there forever. Therefore, your success is majorly for your benefit. If you do not succeed, you will also be the one to suffer. Time is limited. The best time to start doing what is right is now. Procrastination is the father of failure. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Think out something today. Work hard towards it and the future will be bright for you. You do not wait for the future. You work the future out today by plan. You do not have to start big. Go and ask every big man today how they started. I'm sure most of them have small beginnings. I'm sure the Esama of Benin is a living example. You can rule your world if you are focused. Know what you want. Go for it, and I'm sure you will achieve it. Do not be carried away by the successes of your peers when you do not know their source. Your peers might be involved in negative lifestyle. Do not wait for the right time. You create the time, and the time to start is now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly define what is right. It is important before I go back to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's conception of a right society. What is right? I have a simple explanation, and I've told people severally. You do not need the Bible, you do not need the Quran, you do not even need the constitutions of the land to tell you what is right. What is right, your mind will tell you. I will simply say that what is right are all acceptable norms and values of our society. In this direction, my students admonish you to stay away from social vices, stay away from criminal activities, stay away from cultism, armed robbery, arson, examination malpractices, rituals, and other negative things. In fact, this is the right time to stop what is wrong. Like I said, what is right, your mind will tell you. When God created us, He deposited your conscience. It will tell you what is right. You don't need the Bible, you don't need any paper to tell you. Unfortunately, let me quickly say this as a professor of political science. One area in which the political elites and top bureaucrats in Nigeria, their conscience will never tell them that. It's in the area of corruption. I think their conscience will never tell them that corruption is wrong. In fact, I've written several papers on corruption. At the stage, I said corruption is caused by poverty. At another, I said it is caused by greed. Well, I got to a third stage, and I said that corruption is caused by wickedness. And I defined corruption caused by wickedness as amassing over and above what you know your children, generations yet unborn cannot consume. And you are still amassing that weight. That is corruption caused by what? Wickedness. But again, as I was driving down this morning, I had a brainwave. I said I should go beyond wickedness. Maybe I should pity our corrupt leaders. I'm beginning to pity them. Maybe it's not their fault. Maybe we should subject most of them to psychiatric examination. That is what I'm thinking. So, well, you are aware that I'm a professor of political science. And so let me quickly advise our political leaders on what to do to avoid violence, because Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King preached against violence. And so this is my suggestion to our politicians. They should engage in regular consultation. There should be an agreement on the grand norms. There should be a give and take philosophy. And they should know that no single person has all knowledge and information. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not be happy if I do not offer practical suggestions to our youths of today. This is because I do not believe in a Yahoo generation. Neither do I believe in a ritual generation. Let me pause to tell you this. I told one of my friends some few days ago, I said, look, it is a risky thing now. It's a big risk in Nigeria to have children. Now, but we must still have children. But I'm telling you, it's a risk. Because if you are not careful, they use you for ritual. And so, each time I have opportunity to interact with men of God, I tell them, this one you are saying, bind and loose, the enemy must die. Start from the house, put it as a prayer point, may my children not kill me. So I challenge you today, as you go home, in your early morning devotion, say it, let their ears hear it, may these children not kill me, in Jesus' name. First and foremost, we can be self-reliant. The youth needs to tell you can be self-reliant. How do you go about this? Discover your talent. 2, organize your resources. 3, engage yourself meaningfully. And finally, be honest and committed. Do hard job. Finally, let me tell our youths, hard work will never betray you. Consistency will never fail you. Patience will never disappoint you. Discipline will never mislead you. Honesty will never embarrass you. Learning will never harm you. Growth will never stop rewarding you. Focus will never confuse you. Humility will never disgrace you. Determination will never leave you empty. Wisdom will never misguide you. Efforts will never go unnoticed. Integrity will never lose value. Purpose will never misdirect you. Self-control will never weaken you. Time management will never fail you. Truth will never need defending. Ladies and gentlemen, at the risk of being sued by lawyers here, I dare to say, I rest my case. God bless you all.
And Ed Girl presented to do the lay of the week. And the esteemed Director of Administration has just laid that. Thank you so much, ma'am. Can we? I'd like us to keep clapping for them.
Please put your hands together for them.
We have been celebrating Martin Luther King in this very square. Can we just stand up and acknowledge vision and put our hands together and appreciate consistency to vision? Can we stand up and acknowledge this woman, this vision owner? Can we stand up and acknowledge persistence and commitment to vision? Because that is why we are standing here today, doing the right thing at the right time. Can we just put our hands together at once? Our dear Lady Cherry, my mom, we appreciate you. Celebrated for the past 33 years, and it's good that when we engage in any action or any assignment, we have understanding. We stand here today to lay this wreath in observance of Dr. Martin Luther King, being a symbol of the struggle against segregation in the United States of America through the non-violence movement. I want to also use this opportunity to remind us and to make us understand, like all the MC have been doing, that because of this great man, Martin Luther King, because of what he stood for, justice and righteousness, that is why students of Igbenedion Education Center, parents and Nigerian citizens can go boldly to the embassy of United States of America, and we are granted visa. Can we put our hands together to acknowledge that? I would like to welcome everyone to observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day with the theme, Mission Possible, Building Community, Uniting Nations Through Non-Violence. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on the 4th of April 1968 at Memphis, United States of America. Why? Because of his civil rights activity. At the time, there was segregation against people of color in America. The purpose of observing of Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day is to celebrate the life and the legacy of a man who brought hope and healing to America, particularly the African American. I trust God today that on account of some of our students here too, we will be celebrating something good. As our speaker has said, that your family will celebrate you as you stand too for what is right. Igbenedion Education Center joined the rest of the world today to commemorate the timeless values he taught us through his example of non-violence, courage, truth, justice, compassion, dignity, humility, and service that is so radiantly defined in Dr. King's character and empowers his leadership. I believe that these same traits today we can see in the life of our Deputy Chairman, Lady Cherry Igbenedion, and that is why we are here still celebrating Martin Luther King after 33 years. Can we put our hands together? This observance commemorates the universal unconditional love, forgiveness, and non-violence that drove his revelation spirit. Today, African American can live in society free from segregation, walk in freedom, and achieve their personal dream like every other American. This is because one man chose. This is because one man chose. This is because one man chose to be different by leading a non-violent campaign. At the time, it was thought impossible. So if you know that as a person, you yourself one fine day will continue to stand regardless of different opinion around you, you will stand to do the right thing at the right time. Can you put your hands together for yourselves? Thank you.
An emblem of freedom to other people around you. You must not allow yourself to be used negatively or to be an agent of injustice.
A famous Black American whose love for his people led to the loss of his life 66 years ago. He fought for peace, love, and justice. It's another great year today indeed, where we celebrate excellence and willpower. You can be whatever you want to be. Just believe in yourself. Joining in this great fight are some other great men and women. Those men and women who sacrificed their lives for a better world for humanity. Some of these great personalities were Queen Eden of the great ancient Benin Kingdom, Chief Obafemi Awolowo of the Yoruba tribe, a great nationalist, Sir Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, Nigeria's first president, Zeke of Africa, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and Nigeria's civil rights activist, Rosa Parks, Africa's man of the millennium, Dr. Nelson Mandela, and the man himself, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. In the Igbenedion Education Center, this is the 33rd commemoration. Globally, we're celebrating the 56th anniversary commemoration
celebration of his death. The great man once said, "I have a dream." Remember, we had dreams this program. Today, we have the privilege to anchor the program. I am the lovely Miss Aombo Moyekime, and standing beside is no other than Miss Elizabeth Osage. Ladies and gentlemen, just relax and enjoy the theme of today's event, MLK 56. This is the time to do what is right. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome these young shining stars, the Montessori pupils.
Bringing up to the stage is the Montessori School for their presentation. Please, let's put our hands together for Igbenedium Montessori Primary School. Lift each other up. We all have name. Peace, not violence. Kindness is the way. You can change the world. Look around, you're not alone. We all need a hand to hold. When we rise, we stand as one. Guess our healing has begun. It's not too late, it starts with you. Little things can break through. Smile bright, lift a friend. That's how the change begins. Peace, not violence. Love, not hate. Lift each other up. We all elevate. Peace, not violence. Kindness is the way. You can change the world. Starting today. Voice every face. Different stories, same space. Stronger together, side by side. Let's spread love worldwide. Share life multiplies. One by one we rise and shine. Smile stand into wave. Together we believe the world. Peace, love, violence. Love, not hate. Lift each other up. We all have name. Peace, love, violence. Kindness is the way.
All the way when the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top. I took a trip on the sailing ship, but when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm glad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many other days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in the Kingston town. Sounds of laughter everywhere and the dancing girls singing to and fro. I must declare my heart is dead, though I've been from Maine to Mexico. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many other days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in the Kingston town. Sad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many other days. My heart is down, my head is spinning around. I had to leave a little girl in the Kingston town.
Watching you stand, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. By Marian Williamson. It is our light and not our darkness that most frightens us. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is not that power beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness. We ask ourselves, who am I to be powerful, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? The Spirit of God that is in every single one of us liberates around us. The time to do the right thing is Venezuela, land of beauty and grace, lies a city, a sacred and holy place, a sight to behold, with streets of gold and skies so blue. It's a paradise where dreams come true. From the mountains to the sea, it is a land of hope for all to be free. In Venezuela, all are welcome with open arms, a place of peace away from all harm. The people here are so full with love and light, shining bright like stars in the night. A city that is built on truth and trust, with kindness and compassion. So let us come together and raise our voices, for this city is truly our greatest choice. Venezuela, a haven of love where hope remains. And Duro of Venezuela has been arrested by the U.S. government. The drama you are about to watch was how the Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro was arrested. Before the United States arrested him, they've always been on the watch for that country, since they were initially sanctioned by them. This then led to serious suffering in the country, making millions of Venezuelans to flee from the country. Nicolas Maduro never lost the election. I was the winner. You need me? I know they need me. Don't you need me? Yes! God bless you all. I said, war is looming. So God, yes, so go and protect my territory. Go! I said, go! Because I won't allow a puppet over my country until I'm tired and whipped around the
because two wrongs cannot make it right. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Evil cannot cancel evil. And fighting fire with fire only spreads the flames. My decision not to react is not because I am timid, neither am I a coward. I decided not to be involved in any form of fight or confrontation because my quest for power does not want the blood of any citizen of my beloved country. Let's bear our hatchets and let God fight for us because this injustice cannot be sustained. Justice must prevail. I say, justice must prevail. Thank you.
Eating more than he can chew. He has crossed the line already, even while under sanction, and also keeping the American oil company. When the head is broken, the serpent shall bite. Lack of discipline shall bring disaster. When rules are broken, chaos reigns. Go to that capital city and bring me Maduro. And if he tries to resist, set his household on fire. Trafficking. You are coming to the United States of America with us right now. Of Venezuela, and I was captured from residence for doing nothing. I am innocent. I am not guilty. I am a decent man. This is the very first time I am being booked for crime, which I know nothing about. I was captured from my home in Caracas. This is purely a case of abduction, not arrest. Thank you, sir. It is often said, when you want to kill a dog, you give the dog all manner of bad names. Does it mean the dog has actually done wrong? The answer is no. My president has done nothing wrong to be treated in such manner. The high-handedness of the Americans, all because of their supreme military might, would want to intimidate the rest of the world. We will all say no to that. Such an arrest? That is not true. That is abduction. Because even the American and international law does not allow such an invasion. Just imagine the threat they gave to each president, telling her that she will be treated like Maduro if she does not cooperate. That is to say, my president was never guilty of any crime, all because he was not ready to succumb to that wicked demon. He is now being considered as a narco-terrorist, drug trafficking, and even in possession of machine guns and explosives. What an aberration! I say, what an aberration! And even French president has gone against the international law by invading another country and catching their president in his own federal court for narco-terrorism, drug trafficking, and in the possession of explosives and machine guns. This whole issue will be arraigned in court on the 17th of March, when we shall be hearing the final verdict. Stay tuned. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. are not just a call to action, the cry from soul, a demand for courage in the face of injustice. In Nigeria, where political greed tramples hope and hardship that scales dreams, this war speaking not just to morality, but to courage. They remind us that justice delayed is justice denied, and that silence in the face of wrong itself, a form of wrongdoing.
change. Now, now, you see it, the man who died because the hospital had no power. The woman who sells akara in the rain just to feed their children. The young man shot aside just for simply looking like a young boy. Keep asking, when will Nigeria change? Now, because something has no expiring date. Hunger doesn't wait for the right time. We are the giants of Africa, the land of China's wisdom. Bala boys fight, and a jealous game that makes the whole world fight. But yet our leaders treat us like beggars in our homes. $20 billion stolen from our money. Schools without books, hospitals without drugs. One day things will get better. That was holding that slogan. The time to remember for a better life is now. We deserve more than empty promises. Remember the hashtag enters protesters. They didn't wait for permission. They stood before God. That blood stained the Lekki told them. They chose the time to protest because freedom is never given. It's aching. What will you do? Your friends pray for better leaders. You can pray for a brighter future. But yet there is the arch in Gary and dirty water. Tomorrow better day, but tomorrow never comes. Even the Bible says everything has a season, but corruption has no season. Poverty has no calendar. The season for courage is now. The belief say, which means tomorrow is the end meant for tomorrow. Stop waiting, act, I say, act. When the right actions are delayed out of fear or selfish interest, hardship multiplies and trust dies. Every moment you postpone justice, corruption grows bolder. Every moment you delay reform, poverty taxes is green. Every moment you excuse wrongdoing, we think the next generation that integrity does not matter. Doing the right thing in politics requires bravery. Now that the wrongdoing has become normalized, now is the time, not tomorrow, not after the next election, not when the conditions are convenient. Now, because the time is always right to do what is right.
The new Idiom expressed excitement as they danced and rejoiced before the Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawori Benedion, who also joined in the dance. As visiting and paying of homage to various homes of senior elders continued, the initiates spent 7 days performing diverse kinds of rites as required by tradition. They were furnished with rules and regulations regarding their new office as Edion.
That I grew up in this community to the point that they have now also chosen me as an elder in this community. It's a thing of great joy. All thanks to the Esama of Benin, my people, my family, everybody, all Okada community for this great honor. I am very, very grateful.
Well, this is my brother. I'll call him my uncle because he grew up with my father. I'm so proud of him because we are doing the same rituals as the Edions of the Okada. It is our duty for us to make this place a greater place, for outsiders to come and see the goodness of God in Okada. And I'm proud of every one of us here. So shall it be to each and every one of us in Jesus' name.
Odion ma Okada zima Esama zima dion Bona zima dion Obala zima dion Malawe ma ari ore sama dion na ni ma do pon mi sama ni ma do gbe ken sama e ma adi o wa re na Esama ma gbe ken ne o sa bo obuyo bi to ne ba no ge to ni maga no dia mi maga me ma ni do gbe ken ne de na e ma ya fe e ma to o e ma agbon o oro pa ewu dori e ma adi awo re ne o be ti agbon ya no we mi maga me ni Jesus Christ no mi afa
In Esama, in our father's house, in respect of our initiation to elders Edion level, as tradition demands, we are here today to come and also pay our homage to him, to also for him to also pray for long life and prosperity.
The climax after 7 days was paying of homage again to the Odion way, where he gave the initiate the full rights to function and to henceforth participate in meetings with Edion. It will go down in the history and minds of Okada community, Ovia people, Edo State, and Nigeria in general. The ambience, style, and the colorful ceremony associated with the 2025 initiation into the Edion Council of former Governor of Edo State, Chief Lucky Nosakari Igbenedion, his brothers Bright Ayamakwe Igbenedion, Honorable Charles Osenwigi Igbenedion, Peter Osawori Igbenedion, Dr. Fred Osawuni Igbenedion, Barrister Mike Osayene Igbenedion, Executive Director Operations, ITV and Radio, Chief Elder Ogbedio Nwonse, Honorable Efosa Douglas Igbenedion, Ukponwa Igbenedion, Osawe Igbenedion, Edosa Igbenedion, Dr. Daniel Omorige Igbenedion, as well as Agbong Steve Igbenedion, among other sons of Okada.
Welcome to Viewpoints on ITV. I am Caroline Okonji. And today on Viewpoint, we're going to be talking about the current electricity issues and situations that we as business owners, as individuals, are facing in Nigeria, as over 80% of households lack adequate access to grid, as Nigeria's electricity sector suffers from chronic liquidity trap and infrastructural decay, leading to frequent national grid collapses, with generation dropping below 4,200 megawatts, far short of the 4,000 megawatts required for its citizens and population. It is a Viewpoint on ITV, and we're going to be looking at some of the key issues affecting our electricity sector in Nigeria. I am Caroline Okonji.
In terms of security of it, we need light. And based on that, in some areas, it makes it difficult for us when we are on patrol at night. And we are even begging the state government to try and do something, at least by supplying street lights in some area that are dark in the night. In most cases in our community, there are places that is very dangerous, that without light we cannot do anything of such. For so doing, we want, as a matter of urgency, the Edo State government to try and do the needful, so that the security will be okay for us, so that we can be able to work effectively.
The issue of NEPA issue that you came from is very rapid to us, in the sense that the NEPA look as if we are not a citizen of Nigeria, because since a month there's no light in us. We have been passing through. Which NEPA, anytime they came a minute or 30 minutes to, they will come and bring the light to us. That is, we are not expecting them to come and collect their bill. Indirectly, we are expecting bill from them to come and collect. Within that hour or 2 hours, you will see a number of people with a LiDAR. They will come. They will come. And after their collection, there is nothing like light again. They will block us up. I think before we have this light, they mandated us to buy a meter, which we bought individual. We pay through the NDC, we have our transformer here, not through NEPA. Before we got out this light, they mandated us to write an application of submitting it to the NEPA as a will to them. And we work for it. We should not claim ownership. And we fought for the transformer. And after that, again, they came that there is no oil in it. We pay up to 1 point something again. Before. After all that, they came up again, said it was meter issue again, that every community, every houses have to have a meter, which we did. We have to. I have my own receipt. I have my paper meter in my residential house here. So after all that again, they came up with a past bill. We, before we make that transformer, got that transformer, we been glass out for 10 years here. They came with a bill to us again that we need to pay a standing bill. We went to Tesame, their office there. After we left the one at the bypass, they were delivering us before they now refer us to the one at bypass. I don't want to mention name of the manager there. Got him there again. He said we have to go for all those things. We need to fulfill all those things, which we did. After that, they now on the light for us. As they on the light, not up to a month, we are still in blackout again. So at the end of it, we went again. They said it was according to them, that the electric wiring Mange. That was the cause that they now cut us off again from Iyowa again, which we not pick. We that match again. The Chiri community, which is the Kabetu, Igbo and Igwekimi. After that, they brought a light for a week again. After a week, they cut us off again. They said Iyowa is owing. We now went to the office again and told them that if Iyowa is owing, does that mean it affects our community? We are blackout throughout all this. So before we sort all those things out, we have already made up our mind. We can do away with our neighbor. When our father was living with a lamp and all these things, we were enjoying it. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. We cannot be paying for what we are not using. So if they feel they want to cut us off from this NEPA issue, they should cut everybody off totally, so that we will know that we are not with NEPA. Not that after 3 weeks, they will not bring a light under 22 hours or 3 hours. They will come and collect their money. It's unfair to the masses.
The electricity issues and challenges that BEDC in the state is devastating, in the sense that as a minister I suffer a lot in terms of electricity. As an individual, not only me, the entire people of Edo State, and not only in Edo State, Nigeria as a whole, we are really facing electricity challenge in the country, in the sense that we are not getting constant light. Even though the tariff of electricity is high, people don't even get the light. I don't know how the government will enhance constant light for the Nigerian people, especially in Edo State here. We are seeing the government are not taking a proactive step towards this direction. But if the government will be able to ensure that people are paying for electricity and they are not getting electricity, government should take a drastic step in this direction by making sure if people have constant light, people will want to pay for it. But a situation where you don't see light, at the end of the month you see BEDC personnel coming to people's house to come to cut lights, is really a problem. My major concern is that let them provide us electricity and people will pay for it. But a situation whereby we don't have constant light, out of 24 hours, people cannot boast of 3 hours light in a day. It's a problem that we are really facing. People who are doing business cannot do business effectively. People who are doing business, they want to make sure their foodstuff does not get spoiled. Nobody can preserve their food again. Even though they cook, you cannot preserve it. Even though electricity for our artisans to work, they cannot get electricity to empower their equipment in order to boost productivity for the entire society. It is really a problem. The state of electricity in our country, in our state, is very poor. Very, very poor. We don't know how government is creating effectiveness on this aspect. We say Nigeria is generating electricity and the neighboring are getting electricity, and the people that are in this country are not benefiting it. Nigerians, we are crying. As a person, I am crying. We don't say as an individual we don't want to pay for electricity. We are not saying that they should give us light for free, but let them make light available and let people pay for it.
They often tell us the national grid is collapsed. So ultimately it's to develop enough capacity, the whole process of generation, distribution and the rest of it. And then the enabling law, the happy thing recently is that they have said is deregulated. State governments and private investors can now enter the electricity market, generate and sell. So we do hope that will be a great deal of improvement, because without electricity, really, we are going to remain in the Stone Age. We cannot industrialize. Even domestically, we cannot have the comfort we should derive from electricity. We should consider all the options, whether the new sources like wind, solar in our country, so that we're able to generate enough for our consumption. The darkness is a cover for any kind of nefarious activity. Yeah, so if the place is not well lit or substantially lit up, people can ordinarily hide under the cover of darkness to perpetrate just anything, not just robbery, kidnapping, and whatever you have. Yeah. Don't also forget that we now have private investors. The government doesn't have so much to do with electricity anymore, apart from regulation. So they also have to maximize their profit. So it may have been a mistake in the first instance, divesting from electricity at the level of government.
Let me talk about the state where I live, where I reside. The total blackout is nothing to write up about. We really suffer when it comes to light. Edo is suffering. I think our governor is trying to, we have to do more. Our Excellency, Senator Monday, our governor of Edo, Executive Governor, you have to do more when it comes to that light issue. We are suffering. There are some of us who can provide electricity for ourselves, solar and all that. Maybe a generator, this was the case, maybe, but not everybody. And so at this junction, I think it is expedient that our governor looks straight into this issue and solve this problem. What would I call it? I don't know the right English to use. The right English right now, we have serious problem when it comes to light. Businesses are going down. Those selling drinks, those who have koro, without generator, you can't do anything. And the J is on the high side. Those small jewelry, those are better past our neighbor used to buy then 30,000, 10,000. Now you can't buy it. Then the other one is the Tiger and the LMX 1 point something for ordinary generator. So it doesn't make any sense at all. So we're begging on our executive governor, the governor that knows what to do, to please to look into us and save us from darkness. Then when it comes to these funny BDC people, we're raising a child that came from the US and the others. The first thing they learned in Nigeria is NEPA don't bring light. Children brought from abroad, the NEPA don't bring light. Can you imagine such? And so these funny people, 2 days, they'll bring the light on and off for 2 days. The next thing they'll come with their estimated billing. They start dragging people, wires and all that. It's high time. I think it's high time we stand our ground and let them know that we're not fools. We are Nigerians. We all own this nation. It belongs to nobody. It belongs to nobody and it's for everybody. We should stand our ground and fight for our rights. This year, but may they pack, may they go. NEPA still better pass. You can't go out at night when there is no light. The security issue is what the government is trying. I cannot chrome them in one day, but we individual too. Like the police used to say something, say something. But sometimes when you say something, they use it as a bait, and so we need to. Edo State government need to give us security as well. Nightlife in Benin is almost gone. But I also want to say kudos to our governor. For the first time, it was December free of bloodshed. It was wonderful. Look, we have most of our people in Nigeria right now, those living in diaspora, those living abroad. Many of them came December and this January. And they came and they're enjoying it. So I believe our excellent governor, our excellency can do more about that to give us more security. Like those travel. If you're traveling from Benin to Akure, Benin to Ifon, those roads are no-go area at night. You can't date. So I believe with all hands on deck and our governor and the police, our CP, let's hope and pray for our action governor to do something about insecurity.
ADDC, since they came in, I don't think they have done well. by my own assessment. And darkness is synonymous with demonic things. And they have thrown their city into darkness, Benin City, Edo State as it were, is in darkness. And I think that the government should step into the matter to do something about the situation. Because the way I look at it is that, for me, I think it is deliberate. Because there are some areas that have light, they call it dedicated light. So why can't everybody have the same light? Because there are areas for 2 weeks no light, for 1 month no light. Some people have 3 hours a day, some people have 1 hour. And if they bring light in these 20 years, some people shout, hey, they'll be saying up NEPA instead of up BEDC, which is BEDC. So the thing is that government should step in and help us. People are dying, and most people are paying for darkness. They go there, they threaten people, they bring light when it is wanted for 3 days, 2 hours, 3 days, they come and collect money and they shut it down again. So I think the government should step in. If they are going to be thrown out, they should be thrown and bring people who can give us light, who are ready to pay. It was privatized. That was a good intention by government, but the people that did it, I'm sure they gave it to their cronies who does not know anything about the management of light, and that's why we are where we are. It has really hampered nightlife because we don't work in darkness. And then the only thing that is helping us now is this solar, and people put everywhere. And some persons that have money to buy diesel and buy fuel, it's not everybody that have that kind of money. So it has really disturbed or hampered nightlife, but government is trying to bring it back by putting street light and everything. So we commend them. We pray that God will give government more power, more strength, more wisdom to do what they have to do. And there's individuals are also trying by helping to lighten up everywhere. So we praise them. But for BEDC, I think they should go. We need better people.
The situation of electricity in Benin here now, I will give them at least 30%. They don't give up to 50% from area. But I wish the government can improve, because if you see what they happen to us now, we all they use our hand to define electricity. Some of us they go generator for us, some of us they get solar, some of us they go generate big blister. All these people get like hotel. So I wish the government they really improve for electricity. All those generators will become condemned for our hand. You understand? So people no go they go for it. And money now they need to put, because that energy, that light will really linger. If light day for this, imagine if you come for here for Silok Road now, come and already put light, but in the evening everywhere will be dark. So where there is light, everything, even the security aspect of itself, waiting anything for that light is too plenty. Maybe one particular. So we need light. If I come out for office now, if light no dey, we will buy generator. At least from office I dey buy at least, if I'm not mistaken, 5,000 every day for sure. Imagine times 1 month, na big money. And na money. From there I will come see look at people dey come say we come dey go for solar. Make we use solar to stabilize them, because solar dey give us more, make savings from the fuel aspect of it. So if you get light, nothing like light, your light can carry AC, can carry everything for us. And to the noise, no go even give you that noise issue. So we prefer light more than any other thing.
The light is our problem. We are suffering for light. You can see our business without light, we cannot improve. We need light. The show of light is very, very, very low. I don't know if you're getting it, very low. We need light. The show of light in Edo State is very poor. Patronage is very low. You can see we bought fuel at least every day 10,000, 15,000 a day. But you can stay 2 days, 3 days, no light. The show of business is very, very, very low. Very low. So we are begging government to improve on the light aspect. Without light, you cannot sell bulb, you cannot sell fan. You understand? When you have light, you prepare to buy fan. Not everybody can provide solar for his house. Actually, we need light.
Electricity in Benin City or in Edo State has been with mixed feelings, because to some they will give the positive nod that they are faring well with the supply of electricity, but with some become so epileptic of recent. Me personally, I have discovered that we are not paying for what we get, or we don't get what we pay for. The reason being that the regulatory body that's supposed to task the BEDC are not doing enough to satisfy a customer by way of ensuring that you get what you pay for. For those who are using prepaid meter, there are reports that suggest that even the prepaid meter is even overbilling or overcharging consumers. As against what the government is telling us. Only recently we discovered that the BDC keep complaining that the the generation company is not supplying them what they ought to get, which will in turn affect the consumer. And even at a point they also raise the issue of federal government owing them. But just recently the federal government has paid a huge sum of money to liquidate what they are owing this distribution company. But looking at the experience of consumer in terms of the electricity supply, it is so appalling. They will either give you excuse of faulty transformer, which they left for the consumer to contribute money to fix, whereas it is supposed to be the onus of BDC to fix the transformer so that they can in turn supply electricity to the consumer who pay for that service. It's like you are buying a recharge card. I am not sure that the recharge card you buy is what they give you. It varies from quarter to quarter. It varies from consumer to consumer. For example, for those who have been using the analog or the estimated billing, you will discover that whatever they bring, which is not subject to negotiation, by the time you now procure your own prepaid meter, they will bring everything inside the bill and begin to roll out deductions arbitrarily without consulting with the consumer. Even the estimated billing they brought was not even discussed by the consumer. So, and there is nobody that is there to advocate for the consumer or to leverage on the complaints. Nobody to complain to. So that makes it very, very heartbreaking. So for me, I believe the federal government and indeed the lawmaker, the National Assembly, should set up a body where consumer can run to and lay their complaints so that there can be an equilibrium between the consumer and the BDC, for example.
To wrap it up on Viewpoint on ITV, we're going to be highlighting some of the key issues that was actually mentioned by our respondents, which some said it is as a result of poor maintenance, gas supply shortage, and poor metering, just to list but a few. And the government at all levels, they are expected to do the needful and do the right thing to ensure steady power supply for citizens in order to boost means of livelihood, especially for business owners in the country. It is Viewpoint on ITV. I am Caroline Okunji.
ITV, certainly the best.
In the evening of the initiation day, all the newly initiated Edion danced to the residents of the Odion Way and also visited some homes of the various senior elders, where Chief Elder Ugbede Onwonse was very conspicuous, especially at the country home of Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawori Igbenedion with his family on the night of the initiation. On the following morning, as part of the rites to be performed by the newly initiated Edion in Okada town, the initiates, led by Chief Edalbedo Onwonse, visited the Esama of Benin, Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawori Benedion, at his Okada country home residence to pay homage and appreciate him for all he has done in the development of the community, which has placed Okada in world map. They also thanked him for his role in the success of their ceremony. They commended the Esama of Benin as a custodian of Benin cultural heritage and for revitalizing the age-long tradition of the age-grade ceremony.
It's such another lovely day, and it's always a delight to bring you the program Icons. Program designed specifically to showcase and unveil men and women of integrity, of character, so you can listen to them as they unveil their journey and what made them think in terms of impact and contributions to the community. So you can learn from their story and become the best version of you, especially at a time in our society where values have been thrown into the waste bin. Today on the program Icons on Independent Television, our guest is special, and that's because he's an octogenarian. And then secondly, he's also a former school teacher, a former military officer, sports administrator and developer, a businessman, a farmer of immeasurable repute, and he's also been a politician, I mean, as far as I can remember. But there's something unique about his politicking or political activities. All of these and lots more will unveil in the next 25 minutes on the program Icons on Independent Television. My guest today is Owe Dixon Imasuge. What I heard now is now Etose Dixon Imasuge. I'm sure he's going to let us into what all of this means. Pardon, sir. Thank you so much for granting us this interview with you on Icons on ITV.
Thank you. You are welcome.
Okay, let's begin from the basic. Tell us, what was it like growing up as a child? I mean, today you're very successful in very many ways. Time will fail us to unveil all of that. But how was it like growing up? Were you born with silver spoon, diamond spoon, or golden spoon? What kind of spoon were you born with, and what was life like growing up?
I was born on January 21st, 1941. Here in this very room, or this very house. It's a family house. I lived a hard life when I was young. People know me. Even when I was in the modern school, not to talk of the primary school. I woke up every day by 4 o'clock, go to Lagos Street to sell Midwest Echo and Midwest Champion.
Those were newspapers at the time?
Those were newspaper, local newspaper.
Okay.
At that time. Then I come back after 6 to Bath and go to modern school. The BDC 4, the present branch of Uniben in Ekenwa Road. 1 o'clock, if the teacher refused to close us, I will close myself. Go back to Lagos Street to sell Daily Times. If it is the day of Oka market, my auntie go to Oka. I will ask my co-vendor, please, those I'm serving monthly, help me serve so. After selling the one I want to sell. Go back to Mission Road to hire truck to Oka market and bring back the gari of my aunt. I suffered like that seriously until I left the modern school. My uncle, Reverend Professor Sadloi Masoge, now employed me into the American Baptist School as a PP teacher in 1959. I was posted to Kwabazouaye, that is now Emuhu, and I was very comfortable. 1962, I gained a chance to Abraka teacher training. That time, if you are a teacher, you gain a chance, your salary will be going on.
As well?
Yes, as well. Even who are in the college. But they sent out a circular which says they should retrench teachers last to come, first to go. I was in the teacher training. I didn't know the AA Yoruba man was no more friendly with my uncle, who was the head of the American Baptist. He put my name among those
to be retrenched.
To be retrenched. I had to run from Abraka down. Went to meet him. He said I should not talk to him at all. I wrote a petition listing more than 100 teachers I'm senior to that were still in the field. The ministry now sent it to him. He wrote that they should not mind me, that it is frustration that is worrying me. They look at those I listed and really saw that I was senior from 59 to 62. There were some who were even employed 61. They now wrote to him that he should restate me immediately and pay me all my arrears. As wicked as he is, he wrote to me and the headmaster of Ewowe, who later became Reverend B.O.A. Kato, that he's driving the wife for me to come and replace. Because the wife was also teaching in Ewowe. Yes, we are human beings. If I were to be at all, I would also be annoyed. But as a Christian, he went too far. It's a pity he's no more alive. So anything I'm saying, it will look as if I want to spoil his name. But he went to a society that do not have anything with Christianity. If you want to know, 1951, when I was in Okoro Primary School, I got baptized under the Roman Catholic by Reverend Kelly, who later became Bishop Kelly.
Was that how Bishop Kelly Pastoral Center came from? Is that the history behind Bishop Kelly? Okay.
No.
Okay.
That time he was in Holy Arosa.
Okay.
In Mission Road here. And when I started teaching under the American Baptist, you must belong to their religion.
You got baptized there too again?
I got baptized in 1959 again under the American Baptist. So will you want to say I'm not a Christian if I got baptized 2 times? If you Christ, they do so. So, unfortunately for B.O.A. Kato, the people who reported me to Owegbe have their ways of doing things. They follow the right line. They wanted to know if I'm their member. And if I'm their member, they will not do me anything.
But if you are not their member?
They can't say, yes, you run this man. They drove the wife because of you.
That was the allegation against you?
Yes.
Was it that Reverend Ekato, blessed memory now, he didn't know all that transpired to get to that point?
First and foremost, when the AA administrative assistant wrote, I am driving your wife for this man to come and replace. Well, how human being?
Yeah.
I said just now that he has a right to be annoyed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But not to the extent as a Christian that he went.
So you're saying he took your name to...
Oh, wait.
To harm you?
Yes.
Because according to him, you...
And that not only to harm me, that I should not spend more than a night alive in a way. But fortunately to me, I was staying in the captain's house in Okpobazoaye, that's Naimo. The man knew me as small teacher. He knew me. Anything that concerns native thing or not religious, you don't see me in it. So when they got there now, he told them, no, this man is not our member. But he will not wait and see that this is roof cannot protect somebody in his house. And as such, they should go and grab black charcoal and give to the headmaster meeting. Scatter taken that they have already taken out. It's the same thing you say in the church now. Miracle that is no miracle. So they left. They now called me. I was still in Abraka. That's what moved me out of Abraka. Because if I'm not in the classroom, they would terminate me.
Yeah.
Whereas while there, I was still receiving my salary. So he warned me. I look at him. I said, this man want to cause trouble between two Christians. I didn't believe him. He looked at me and said, I know you didn't believe me. But all I will tell you, I don't know if it's only my members he approach. Please, don't sleep. That's okay. Not that I believe. I went there early with bicycle. By 7, I was already in a way. I went straight to his house. The way he received me, I said, that's too much. I said, so that devil wanted to cause trouble between me and my Christian brother. I went to the class. He gave me the class. It was, we were almost going to close it. So after 12, because we closed by 1, I said, this man still warn me. Do not sleep. I said, let me see the headmaster. I went to the headmaster because all along I was sending exclusivity since I didn't report. And when I said, sir, you know I've been sending exclusivity. He said, yes. I said, I need to see my daughter this night. I said, oh, that's okay. Don't. Please sleep. If you want to go 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, I will allow you to go. My brain
You will to reset again because you'll be warned.
6 o'clock, 7, you allow me to go. Not that I'm still going to teach between now and that 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 when the student will start to come to school. I said, I believe this man. So immediately they knocked the bed to close on my bicycle. I said, tell the headmaster I'm gone. He started running after me. Anyway, which shows there was really something on the ground.
Which means there was a plan to eliminate you that night.
I didn't come home because my things were still in Okobazwai. That is 9 months. I went there. That time, that is now Sopikan. Hold meeting 12 midnight. After 11, I went to wake up the Kate. The Kate title that time is now what we call Owele.
Okay.
I went to wake up the Kate. I don't buy. I said, sir, when you are going to meeting today, I will go with you. He looked at me. He said, no. I said, why? He said, any person will get trouble. They do not accept him in the society. I said, now trouble I get. You saved my life. You are telling me how to be a good Christian. And I want to join you in what you are worshiping. You are saying I have trouble. I said, I don't have trouble. So I said, you don't want to go. I went to stay outside. Immediately he came out with the oil lamp where they take a escorter. I followed him. When he got there, he went inside to call the elders. Say, see the trouble when you get into this man or small teacher. Say, somebody will get trouble, they know they accept. When I now say the people say they will initiate me.
So that's how you became
I became a with man in 1962.
Okay, I'll come to that point much later. You've also been a military officer. You've been a sports developer.
Thank you.
You've been a businessman.
Yes.
Yes. So what were the values that helped you to be able to function at this level?
Thank you. Since I left Abraka, I have photographic brain. And I started buying books that I read, ROSA books and so on. And I got my advance in bookkeeping and accountancy. So, in 1966, March 66, and I joined the police. Later, Bayagon, who was assistant commissioner here from Usen, was my squad mate. I was their father. This man who was in charge of security, he was commissioner or deputy commissioner under AIG, Ishama, was also my squad mate. I got the best batting in 66 squad or 22 squad in police. When the war broke out, they asked for accountants. Because of my certificate, I applied. I was not even a lance corporal in the police. They look at the certificate, they value it, and they gave me a warrant officer class 2.
In the army?
In the army.
So that's how you move from police to
the
army. Interesting.
Warrant officer class 2, class 1. If you are getting promotion, you go to full lieutenant straight. It will not take you 2 years, you go to captain. So I was employed. I served under Lieutenant Bello as the paymaster 2D. When they now saw my intelligence, they made me officer in charge 2D traveling claim. That is, any other rank going on leave, his paper
must pass
through me. From Asaba to Sokoto, like this. I made my name. Do you know why I left so sorry? I've not told you about my family life. Let me just brush it. That in the end, 7 women born for me. 6 were under this roof.
So that means you are a polygamist.
Serious one. even with Ababa, when I left him when he was in South Africa, I talk. I said, "See what I see, waiting." He said, "They did not play." I said, "Baba, I thought I will learn
from you.
Polygamous things. I don't know you are the one to learn from me." So, like I said, if any major general also chase a girlfriend, I will say it's W1 in Masoge, a girlfriend. Whereas Nala, and now I say, if this thing come, na trouble I did. So when the car cool, the car then with all my boys.
Wow.
Happened. Now I say, the senior officers who don't like me can
set you up with this
set
now.
me up. Now right. They didn't even allow me to go. My boys went to take my paper away from Army headquarters. Like this former senator, Ali Mekena. He was my corporal.
Wow.
I sent him to Auchi. While in Auchi, I was paying salary. When he came, I promoted him as sergeant. He was already a staff sergeant before I left.
Wow.
So, or DVD Papa.
That's one.
Was under me.
So, at what rank did you, leave
W1.
Wow. Wow.
That's the father of the army.
Wow.
But if it's in real military, not tradesmen,
yeah,
it will be called regimental sergeant major.
Okay. RSM.
RSM. But as a tradesman,
yes,
warrant officer class 1.
Okay. Growing up as a child, I mean, judging from the background that you came from, I mean, you literally trained yourself in modern school, doing sales, doing business to support yourself and all of that. What would you say are the values, the virtues, the principles of life that you imbibed? And you also didn't talk about your parents, because hearing you say you have to work your way to go to school, do trades and stuff like that. Can you give us insight into that?
Thank you. My mother left me and the other 2 children in 1946.
When you say left you, what do you mean by
left? My father.
Okay.
To marry another person.
Okay.
But the children, she gave birth to another 7 children. I trained all.
Interesting.
If you were in my birthday that day, you will see the person who prayed, James Obabona. I trained him in Arewele, which is now Western Boys. From there, when I moved to Ibadan posting in 1971, I took him along to do HSC in Loyola College. When he left there, I looked for chance for him in UI. You know what UI is that time?
Yeah.
He ran home and wrote me a nasty letter. Those who are not as rich as yourself send their brothers to overseas. You are sending me to UI. I said, okay, go and bring paper. He went to bring. And I trained in Florida State University full time for 4 years. Not to talk of the others. I trained all. You saw my birthday if you were there that year. I have 13 children in overseas. Those who are here, number 5 from number 4 woman Yoruba is a professor in Uniben here and HOD in UBTH. Number 7 is number 2 staff in NYSC Edo State. Number 11 is assistant director NAPTEP. Number 13 is a CEO in one of the Elumelu establishment. Number 17 is the super leader of APC when I'm super leader of PDP in my local government. Number 18 from number 6 woman, Isha woman, is a bank manager, First Bank in Lagos. Number 24 is now they are posting him now. Up to 2 months ago, he was the PRO immigration 2D.
Okay.
Number 24. He has masters. I trained all my children.
Fantastic.
Because I didn't have that opportunity. And in short, what motivated me to be training people close to me and to be friendly is that I took oath, personal oath, that as I suffer, if I see any person suffer and not help her, may God punish me. So I'm like that. If you ask people, even Christmas, I do Christmas for more than 600 people every year. Not that I'm too rich, but I vow that I must help people.
All right, thank you very much. It's been a very, very interesting conversation today on the program Icons with our guest, Owe Dixon Imasoge, who incidentally is a community leader, a party leader, a businessman, a philanthropist, a former teacher, and former police and army officer. Interestingly, I've seen a lot of people in this category who actually started out their life as a teacher. One of them is somebody he's consistently referred to as his father and his mentor, talking about our father, the Esama of His Excellency Sir Chief Dr. Gabriel Osawaru Igbenedion, CFRCO, and who incidentally was also a teacher before he also became a police officer, and then the rest is history.
We are cousins also from the mother side.
Wow, wow, fantastic. I want to thank you again for creating this time for us to have this interface with you. And we wish you the very, very best, particularly with your new age. It's our prayer that you continue to age in grace and with grace. Thank you very much.
Thank you for thanking me.
That's our package for today on the program Icons. We hope you enjoyed the program. Be sure to join us. We'll bring you a fresh episode of the program. And I'm Sonny Duke Okosun, thanking you for staying with us. Have a lovely day ahead. Bye for now.